welcome to another Mash It Up page. Now my piece of my stash that I'm using today is this photocopy of a cross stitch pattern or a needlepoint pattern that my friend Louisa Cazanas sent me in Happy Mail recently, and the moment I saw it I thought, oh yeah, I'm going to keep that and use it one day. And I thought to myself, oh yeah, I could draw it just by looking at it, but I really didn't want to. So all I did was just threw some pencil on the back of it. Now, I had ruined with some ink the pages in my Mash It Up journal, so I decided that I'm going to stick this one in. So I'm going to do it on some Canson 220 GSM drawing paper. And at the moment I'm just using an ink pen that's got a really nice sharp nib to actually put the carbon onto that, and then I'm going to go over the top of that again with the ink before I colour it in. So this is a design by, I'd have to go and have a look. This is a design by Chris Roy back in 1996. And it's got some Australian native flowers in it, which I really like. So some of those are the waratahs, there's some flannel flowers in there, there's some wattle, there's a couple of flowers like, they look like bleeding hearts, what we'll call bleeding hearts or trumpets, and there's the ones that I'm actually going over at the moment. I have no idea what they are. No idea. And they're in a really cute little pot. So this is a really simple page. I'm doing it more in a pen and ink kind of style, and I'm going to have some negative space on this page, and I just wanted to essentially do the pattern and not annoy it with the background. And I've got a really lovely quote that I found a long time ago that I've been wanting to use for a long time that I think would be perfect for this. So as you can see, I'm going to spend the next 3 minutes talking to you while I now go over exactly the same thing in ink. I should really talk to you more about what's been happening for me in my week, I guess. This week I've had if you've been listening to my vlog, I've had a tough week. I'm feeling much better today. I had a great time yesterday when I was actually demonstrating for Crafty Crusaders in Canson Australia in the Spotlight store, and I was demonstrating Pebeo fabric paints, porcelain paints and glass paints. Had a great time. It was on the Crafty Crusaders blog today. I'm going to share those things on my Facebook page shortly. But there was a few of our Canson Australia design team, Crafty Crusaders design team members around the country doing some things with Spotlight, partnering up with them because it's their craft month this month in Australia. And we had lots of fun sitting there and encouraging people to do some exciting little projects. So I had some fun doing that. Today I was singing in church this morning and it was magnificent. Not me singing was magnificent, but the whole thing was just amazing. From beginning to end, it was just fabulous. And just shortly I'll be heading out to go and see Jupiter Ascending, which is a sci-fi movie with my husband at Gold Class tickets. So yes, I normally do voiceovers for a lot of these to tell you my technique, but this is the main technique. Took a long time. And I'm going to use Sakura Koi watermarkers to colour this in, and a few watercolours, but not a lot, mainly the Sakura watercolour markers, because then I can do the same thing, you know, water activate them. So now I'm just getting a finer pen in and I'm just putting in finer details, little stems and flicks up here and blossoms and things like that. And it just made it easier to do because I knew that I wasn't going to have to cut out around it. Can you imagine cutting out around that? Would be annoying. So that's why I decided that the entire page I would just stick it into the Mash It Up journal, which is not like me, but yes, sometimes we ruin pages by being adventurous. And I had ruined pages I had ruined 2 sets of pages when I had done an inks page, and I've started to do that inks page, and now I've stopped because I was so dismayed that I ruined a couple of pages that I have now gone, oh, I hate you. You ever get that? I hate you page. So I haven't done anything else with it. So now I'm just rubbing out all the pencil. Make sure your ink is completely dry before you do that, otherwise you're going to smudge everything and all your good work. And now I've got my Sakura, and I'm starting off, and these are the Waratahs, and they're going to be 3 shades of red. And really, it's not 3 shades of red, it's 2 shades of red and 1 of mulberry. But, you know, you get that. But it gives some real depth of colour to the plant, and this is one of our national emblems for Australia. I love that deep berry colour. I really do. It's just yum, yum, yum. Doesn't that look really rich? Now, love it. And so the thing I like about this is I can get a watercolour pen in and just all the white space. There's now no white space. Love it. And this isn't strictly, this is pen and ink sort of paper. This is drawing paper, 220 GSM, but it's not sized watercolour paper. So I'm not water activating everything that I do. I am using a lot of just pen on marker on marker on marker, because they do blend quite well together, and just being careful with my layering techniques, I guess. And then if I want to use some more water activation, I will, but I'm not going to use it very much, to be honest. These are the flannel flowers now. I'm colouring in the wattle. That was annoying to draw, I tell you. Lots of circle, 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 circle. And it doesn't look like very much when you speed it up 6 times. So now I'm doing the leaves for the under arrangements of the Waratahs. And I can tell you, when I put the second colour of green on, I went, wow, that's really dark. That's really bright. But this deep colour is more the colour of the leaves, so all I did was just blend them together a little bit more, drag some of those darker colours over the lighter colours, adding some shadows in. These brush tip markers on the coin markers are really, really lovely. So doing these, they're like angel trumpets. I'm trying to remember what they are. I probably coloured them in the wrong colour. These are little eucalyptus blossoms, and they're really, really cute. So now I've just got some red watercolour, and I'm just adding variation into all the pinks and watering it down in varying strengths for the different pinks and reds of those other flowers. And just adding some extra variation in there, yeah. So very simple. Now I'm just using some Tim Holtz, and that's orange, and spice marmalade, something like that. I don't know. I just thought, oh yeah, it'd be great to work with that. Yeah, really nice to work with. And so now I'm just going to spend some time cutting this down and resizing it, measuring it for the actual Mash It Up journal size paper, because it's a very odd size. And even then it's too wide. And I knew that. And I knew that I would have to crop off some of the edges of the flowers, because when I tested it, it was wider than the actual page. And now I'm just drawing in some lines, and I'm looking for this gorgeous quote, and I wrote it in off camera, and now I'm just, because I thought, oh, you don't have to see me write it in, and now you see me ink it in. It's the same thing, so you didn't need to see it twice. And I'm using a variety of different fonts here. So the saying is, fragrance is the forgiveness the flower bestows upon the heel that crushed her. And I love that. I think it's a really gracious and beautiful quote. And I've been wanting to use it for a really long time, and of course you use it with flowers, and I thought, well, this is just gorgeous. And I'm really happy with just having that as it is, not having to do anything else to it, just having it stand alone. And I think sometimes we can overwork our pages when the simplicity of the page is what's beautiful about it, and sometimes the simplicity of our work needs to just stand alone and be a point of difference to all the other work that we do. So now I'm just adding in different things to create different fonts all through that. And I like the idea of just adding a pop of colour in at the top, because sometimes it can be really bare at the top, particularly if I'm not going to fill in the background. So just signing it and then giving the actual artist who created that beautiful floral arrangement drawing. And now I'm just going to glue that page in, crop it down even further and glue it in. And then it's going to sit in my journal. That journal had been taped and inked, and you can see the ink that's bled through, and I had to tape it to save it and then gessoed over the top of it, and yeah, it's a bit sad. Have a look at all the ink that bled through from the previous page. I was very careless, needless to say, very careless. So this page is glued in to help reinforce that over the masking tape as well. And I love that page. Enjoy. Until next time. Ciao for now.